Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Membership Minute, Printing United Alliance's weekly series dedicated to bringing you the latest in association news. Today, we have a special extended Membership Minute where we meet an expert. Joining us today is Ray Weiss, and he is the Director of Digital Print Programs at Printing United Alliance for the past 6 years, and he has been a part of the industry for over 30 years. Thanks for joining us, Ray.
Thanks, Ashley.
Ray hosted an Ask the Experts webinar on January 27th, where he talked about how spot colors are defined, how they are managed, and how to get the most out of your digital printer. If you would like to learn more about these member-only webinars, please visit sgia.org/education/ask-the-experts. Recordings of the webinars will be made available to members to access via sgia.org. So, Ray, to kick this off, why don't you tell our members a little more about yourself and what you do at Printing United Alliance?
I've been in the industry for a while, as you mentioned. I've owned my own pre-press business, my own offset print business, and then spent a number of years in sales and wide format, doing sales, service, and support for my customers. Did that for probably 10 years, I think. I really enjoyed being at Printing United Alliance. And at Printing United Alliance, my focus is education. So I do color management boot camps. We do some dye sublimation training, digital print operators, vinyl installation. So we have a kind of a raft of training available. And then certifications. So we have our digital color professional certification and our PDA vinyl installer certification. And then I do product evaluation and awards. So at the trade show, we have our, used to be called Product of the Year. Stay tuned for a new announcement on our new naming. So we've kind of done some revamping of those awards where we focus on manufacturers, products, and supplies that they sell. And then I always try to keep my eye on what's new, what's going on in the industry. We, in the past, have done digital equipment evaluations. That's obviously been paused because of COVID and other reasons, but I'm looking to get back into that.
What are you most excited about in printing right now?
So selfishly, I'm fascinated by the renewed interest in color management training, getting good color fidelity. And I say that because when I owned my pre-press business, color was critical. We did match prints, everything had to be perfect. If you send in a color, the client sent in the color, you had to reproduce it exactly. And then digital printing came along. And for a while there, it was sort of like, well, as long as my color's close, my logo looks blue. Yeah, okay, it's blue. It looks blue. I'm good. Let's go. And so what I've seen is sort of a swing back. I think really led by brands who have said, you know what, the color we have for our logo or our marketing purposes is critical. And it really is starting to filter down. I mean, I've been involved with these training. I do some training with our installer groups, and it's really just to give them a little introduction to color. And they just latch onto it because they realize how important it is. And getting good color not only makes sure that the color matches, but it also means your process works better, your printing goes better, less waste, less ink usage. And so I'm seeing that resurgence, and I love it because I love color.
Great, thank you. So what does one learn in a color management boot camp, and how can someone join one of these courses or boot camps?
So our color management boot camps really are designed to take you from ground zero in many cases. We've had people come in with really no experience whatsoever. And so I call it a sort of 101 and introductory to 201 level course, right? So we're teaching you all about color theory. We're teaching you about lighting. How does that come into play? We're starting to talk to you about standards so that you really get a picture. I call it of the whole pie, right? There are some trainings out there that talk about a slice of the pie, and that's not a good or bad thing. It's just a thing. But what we try to do is talk about the whole pie. And I think if you understand the whole picture in color management, your chance of success is much higher, right? If I only understand one little piece, I might be successful for a time, but then when something breaks over here and I don't know that it's broken and I don't know how to fix it, everything else starts to fall apart. So the way you can join one of our boot camps is easy. On our website, sgia.org, under education and then workshops. And right now there's even one that's online workshops. And even if I should stay further, we have Spanish language workshops, which is really cool. I'm excited about that. That's a new addition at the end of 2020. But if you go there, you'll see a whole list of boot camps that are set up. And right now during our COVID and not, with the not able to do in person, we've reduced the price. So it really is very affordable. And you've got lots of options. As a member, if you go to one of the Printing United Alliance boot camps, so this is an important distinction because we don't ask our partners to honor the discount that a member gets at one of our events. But as a member, you do get a discount to a Printing United Alliance boot camp. So I feel like that's important to note.
So is there anything that people need to do before attending one of these courses?
Really, no. That's the great thing about it, right? The course is designed to take you through from foundation to, again, like I said, up to about a 201 level. But if someone wanted to do something, I have my prop here. There's a really cool book here called Real World Color Management. We recommend that in the course as, after the very first session, it's one of the resources that we recommend. So if I were going to attend a course and I wanted to have some prep, that's a great book. It's pretty well written. It sort of follows the same idea of foundation building, right? So you need to understand a little about color before you start talking about targets, before you start talking about profiling.
So what does the color management certification process look like? And how can members get help in prepping for the test? And how long does the certification last?
The certification process is twofold. You take it's an online assessment. You've got to score pretty high because we want the bar to be high. To pass, you do get 2 opportunities to take it. We have about 100 questions in a bank and it pulls 50 randomly. So, I don't worry about someone getting 2 opportunities. It's not like they're going to see the same test the second time around. And we just want to make sure they have a really good understanding of color management. And that's for the first level, which is the qualified. So we call that qualified digital color professional. And there's a digital badge that goes along with that you can put in your email or your LinkedIn account. So as far as prepping or in the second step, once you get that level, we send you a link to a test print. It's a print form that you would then dial in your system, print out this form, and you send it in. We measure it, and you either pass or you don't. And we use industry standards for that. We're really focused on gray balance. We also want to see how you handle spot colors because that's so important. Prep is easy. Attend a color management boot camp. We've had a few people, typically experts in the industry, have just taken the test, and I'm okay with that. If you go to the site, I think it's under our programs, certifications, you'll see the steps, and you could just sign up and you pay and take the test. But if you take a boot camp, the fee to take the test is included, and the fee to submit the print is included. So why not take a boot camp, give yourself a better chance of passing? And then you had the last was how long? It's 2 years. Though I will tell you, this is a new program for us. So we did a soft launch in 2017, really got it going in 2018. And then you can imagine in 2020 would have been time for everybody to recertify. And we had a few things going on then. And so I have suggested that we're going to extend all badges through 2021. And at the end of 2021, we will have a recertification process where you'll probably watch a couple of videos, because the thing about certifications, right? So there are some places that you take a test and you pass and you have it forever. And I don't think that's a good certification because our industry is not stagnant. So there are devices, there's standards out now that weren't out just 5 years ago. So how do I show that I'm staying on top of that with, other than doing some sort of recertification? So 2 years, but again, I'm extending all badges through 2021. At the end of 2021, we'll have a process for recert, and you can renew your badge.
Thank you so much, Ray. And make sure to keep your eye on future episodes of Membership Minute, where we will interview more Printing United Alliance experts.